I've always loved space, from stars to the little chunks of rock floating around. Even as a little kid, the only thing I ever wanted to learn about was the universe. Before I get to all the facts that I'm going to present to you today, I want you to imagine this. You're outside, it's around 8 p.m. You look up at the sky. What do you see? Chances are you see a lot more than what you think you see. What you're actually seeing are billions of stars and galaxies, all hidden because of the immense amount of light we produce. There are specific people, thanks to NASA, that have the job of finding out just what's out there. But because of all the information that they give, that they have brought together, they ran into a slight problem. With all the researchers working with all the engineers, it became a mess of ladders and hierarchy. The person to keep all of this in order was called the chief of scientists. Was called the chief scientist. What I'm going to tell you in about a second is what the chief scientist does, who the chief scientist is, and how much they make. To start off, on the 7th of January 2013, Ronald McKinsky, the editor of the About Us page at NASA, said that the chief scientist serves as a principal advisor to the NASA administration and other senior officials in different agencies at NASA. This means that he has a huge influence on what goes on at NASA. Ronald later went on to say that the office of the chief works to preserve and promote the integrity and credibility of NASA scientific research, among other things. What you're probably asking by now is, who is the chief? Well, currently, the chief scientist at NASA is Gail Allen. She stepped in 2012 as a temporary replacement when the previous chief scientist, Dr. Waleed Abdullahi, went back to work at the University of Idaho. I got this information from many sources, a few being a page from the website, the official website for the University of Idaho, and SpaceRef, who contacted Sarah DeWitt in the office of the chief. Right now we've gotten to what everybody probably wants to know about. How much do they make? It's got to be a lot, right? I mean, it's NASA. I was surprised to find out that the chief scientist actually makes only about as much as a university professor. And I emailed Gail Allen about this, and she said that it ranges, based on experience, from around $145,000 to $199,000. To conclude my speech, I want you to remember whose job it is to keep all the info about space straight, and that they don't make as much as you might think they do.